So starting off at first glance, it looks relatively the same as the previous iPhone 7 and the 6, but we have a few construction changes this time around. You now have this full glass body on the front and the back, which I think gives it a much more premium look. That's going to mean two things. One, be careful, because with it being all glass, I fear dropping this thing on the bathroom floor would absolutely shatter it. Side note, I've heard people say that the glass body is kind of slippery to hold, but to me, I think it's more grippy in the hands compared to the aluminum body on the iPhone 7 because just the natural friction of glass against skin. Maybe it's just me. And the second thing is, it is a fingerprint magnet. The second I took off the protective film that it came in, it collected fingerprints and oils all along the glass back, as you can see. And I would highly recommend picking up a D brand skin. I've got the nice Black Dragon skin on this unit here that looks just killer, and it's going to prevent all those smudges along it. I'll drop a link in the description for you guys, but I mean, come on, how could you not like that? The 8 boasts a 750 by 1334p display at 4.7 inches, which is still the same as last year. I think it looks great though. It's LED backlit, it looks nice with bright colors and a wide color gamut, and a great pixel density. People are still going to complain, yes, that they want to see a higher res display now, but honestly, for this size, the screen looks more than fine to me, even up close. And with iOS 11, you get True Tone built in, which is going to adapt the display to the ambient lighting around you. Pretty much what this does is it changes the brightness depending on where you are, even the color temperature of the display. It's going to change from a white to a warmer tone. Again, it's just a software feature, but it does help improve the consistency of what you're looking at on the screen if you're going from inside to outside, dark to light, etc. But personally, I think the phone looks great. The design all flows as one piece in unison in the space gray color. I think it's the best looking iPhone yet. And with that glass back, we now have wireless charging as a new feature, yes, in 2017, but we'll talk about that more in a minute. And other quick notes, the 8 is still IP67 dust and water resistant, has that great haptic engine feedback, which I love with the 3D touch, and it's actually less than a ½ ounce heavier than last year, but it's not noticeable in the hands at all. But let's move on to performance, and the 8 features the new Apple A11 Bionic chipset, and this hexa-core CPU is a big upgrade from the quad-core A10 chip from last year. It's just so snappy, fast, and smooth, and that's helped out by the 2 gigs of RAM, and the iPhone 8 is actually essentially getting the same performance as the more expensive 8 Plus and the upcoming iPhone 10, which is nearly twice the price. Just the difference here is that 1 gig less of RAM, but Apple claims the A11 chipset is 25% faster at top speed, and graphics performance is also 30% faster than last year. So geekbenching this A11 Bionic chip, I got a CPU benchmark of 4169 single core score, and a whopping 10,201 multi-core score. That's going to back up what I mentioned with it being a solid performance and a damn impressive performance to cost value compared to the 8 Plus and the 10. And you know, I'm someone who doesn't really play a lot of games or anything intensive. I'm mostly just using my phone for social media, YouTube, stuff like that with the channel. But everything just loads up in milliseconds. It is insanely quick. Even the fingerprint scanner here has me on the home screen in the blink of an eye. I mean, I know that's really helped out by their technology in the scanner itself, but still, that A11 chip is crazy and you can really feel the performance upgrade. And it's going to handle AR gaming like cake. But more on that in the end. I'm just so impressed on how much of a big upgrade this feels from my iPhone 6. So this year we actually have an 1821 mAh battery versus last year's 1960 mAh. But I mean, it's pretty much the same performance wise. You're not going to notice a difference at all. And for me, I found that it still did last a full day and even a little bit into the next, which was really nice. But like I said, with that new glass back, that's going to allow now for wireless charging. And out of the box, quick charging isn't possible. You need like the Apple Power Brick or whatever. I'm not too worried about it. I'm fine with the new feature even being included this year, even though it's like 3 years too late, whatever. But hey, you can charge it now wirelessly if you want to. Now let's chat about the camera, and it's again essentially the same as last year with a few improvements. At f1.8, the 12 megapixel camera has improved image processing with the new A11 chip for better noise reduction and focusing, and it can now record 60 frames at 4K and 240 frames per second at 1080p, which the iPhone 7 did not feature. So guys, that'll wrap it up for my review of the iPhone 8. I think it is worth the upgrade, but it's all going to depend on what phone you have right now and what your thoughts are on the iPhone 10 if you're going to pick that up. But if you're someone like me, I think it is worth it.